We believe confidence isn't just how you look, it's how you feel. From subtle, natural aesthetics to personalized wellness care, everything we do is intentional. This is beauty with purpose. At Vibe Men's Health, we take that same approach. We focus on what matters most: strength, energy, and performance. Built on real data, real medicine, and real results, we're here to help you look better, feel stronger, and live fully. Come vibe with us today.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 9.
Well, good evening and welcome to Mississippi Live Weather at 9. I hope all of you guys stayed pretty cool today. It has been a toasty Sunday, and unfortunately we have quite a few toasty days ahead of us. I'm meteorologist Caleb Butterbloot here in the Room Troom Weather Center, and we are getting ready for the work week ahead. Already looking ahead towards next weekend as we celebrate 4th of July, but we have quite a bit to go through until we can make it there, so I'm here to provide you with the very latest. So let's take a look at our headlines. Heat advisories are already in place. We've already seen them sweep all across North Mississippi, so no matter where you are in our coverage area, you are within that heat advisory, showing that those toasty conditions, they're going to get even warmer heading into your Monday and especially the few days ahead. Rain chances only affect a few. They're not completely off the table, but with this weather pattern we're in, they're going to have to fight an uphill battle to perform here in North Mississippi. So if you see a stray shower or sprinkle, consider yourself lucky. Not many of us will get the chance to see those as we go throughout the work week ahead. But also, what does the 4th have in store? It's never too early to start getting ready for those outdoor events, those grilling, the cookouts, fireworks, everything you need to know for the 4th. We'll give you the very latest, especially as we get closer and closer day by day. But let's take a look at those current heat alerts right now here in North Mississippi. As you can see, everywhere here in our viewing area, you are under that heat advisory. So these toasty conditions we've already experienced this weekend, well, they're going to get even warmer heading into your Monday, into your Tuesday, and especially throughout the rest of the work week. So no matter where you are, we are under that advisory. Thankfully, at this moment, none of us are in those extreme heat warnings. That is further up northeast, just across the state line into Tennessee, pretty much almost just a county over from Tishomingo. So thankfully, not having to deal with that yet, but it's not impossible that we could see that coming on up later this week. A few of our counties already in that extreme heat watch that goes into effect Wednesday morning, will expire Thursday evening. So just preparing us that maybe we could see some of those warnings enter our viewing area later on this work week. Of course, we're going to keep you updated all week long, but the main story is know it's going to be dry and just very, very humid and toasty throughout the next few days ahead. So let's take some live looks all across our region to enjoy some sunsets, because we keep talking about this heat dome, this heat wave, that high pressure system that just kind of sits over Mississippi, allows us to enjoy these beautiful sunsets without those clouds in the sky. So 81 degrees feels like 86 on perks, seeing that glow out there in the horizon out there in Houston. So beautiful shot as you are winding down for your Sunday evening, getting ready for your Monday. Same view out here in Iuka, 82 degrees. Feels like 90. That continues to be the story. If you're walking out to any late weekend plans you have at 9:05 tonight, you're still feeling like 90 degrees as you go about your Sunday evening. So still quite toasty, even though that sun continues to set. Will continue to cool off as it gets further and further below the horizon, but still got a ways to go until it actually feels pretty nice outside. Out here in Kosciuszko, 79 degrees, feels like 82, so probably the best viewing area or portion of our viewing area is that sun pretty much completely set, not really seeing much of that sunset anymore and feeling a little bit cooler due to the fact. But take a look at the first 12. We're experiencing dry conditions all night long, low 80s by 10 o'clock, slowly cooling off towards the mid 70s. So another mild above average overnight period in store. But we will wake up to beautiful skies tomorrow as we enjoy a sunny start to the work week. This also means just toastier conditions. But hey, at least it'll be a beautiful start to our Monday morning as we are walking out the door getting ready for the work week. Now taking a look at our Mama Justice Doppler radar. Again, we are not talking about rain chances, which is somewhat of a positive because we've been in soggy patterns a lot here lately. So finally enjoying drier weather, but that also means we have to start talking about those temperatures, and we're definitely feeling them as we go outside. But as you can see here, no showers out and about this evening. We'll continue to stay dry all night long. Now take a look at surface analysis. One of the reasons we're staying dry is because we don't have any weather makers within our region. In fact, we have what you would call a heat dome, or just a high pressure system, a really strong one that just sits over the southeast, and you'll start to see it pop up on Futurecast on our next graphic. That's what's circulating in all this moisture, that just humidity, everything from the Gulf, and it's just continuing to build up here in the southeast, keeping us pretty dry. Not talking about any active weather, but that's what's responsible for these warmer temperatures, this heat wave moving across our region, and why we're going to stay in this pattern pretty much throughout the rest of the work week ahead. So let's take a look at just what I mean by that here on Futurecast. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit, and as you can see, those fronts out there in the distance responsible for some showers on the East Coast, closer towards the Atlantic. But again, for the most part here in the Southeast, we are continuing to stay dry, especially in North Mississippi. But as we continue into the overnight period ahead in store and get ready for our Monday morning, we're going to see that high pressure starts to finally show up here on Futurecast. That's that dome that's allowing pretty much all of us to stay completely dry, circulating in that moisture from the Gulf, making us just feel really sticky as we go about the day. I mean, even today just felt pretty brutal. It's even worse throughout your Monday and Tuesday, so can't stress this enough. Keep those water bottles handy, keep the fan, get ready for some shade, because it just gets even toastier than what we've already endured throughout the weekend. So get ready for that. But taking a look in the next 24, we at least get to enjoy a sunny and beautiful Monday in store. Mid-70s by 6 o'clock, quickly working our way up towards the mid to upper 90s by 3, 97 by 6 o'clock tomorrow. And again, those are just the temperatures that it's reading outside. We're going to feel dramatically warmer, all of us in the triple digits, all of us reaching that heat advisory criteria, so pretty much 105 or more. That continues to be the story, and we're going to slowly cool off towards the mid-80s by 9 o'clock, but still, thankfully, at least enjoying clear skies. So it'll at least be beautiful throughout the day, but definitely going to be a toasty one. But don't go anywhere. We're going to give you a full in-depth look on your Monday and your Tuesday, kind of what that has in store for us as we get ready for the work week, but also taking a look at our 4th coming on up as we celebrate America's 250th birthday. It's never too early to start prepping for the weekend. All of that's coming up right after this break.
At First Choice Bank, we know you can't always make it before the bank closes. With our integrated teller, you can talk to a live person as late as 7 p.m. on weekdays and noon on Saturdays. It's not just an ATM, it's an ITM. First Choice Bank, your choice for banking.
Every legend starts somewhere.
Not with perfection, but with the decision.
The decision to show up, work harder, and believe this place can change everything.
At Northeast, you're more than just a number.
We're built on opportunity, and our students are willing to rise to the occasion.
Here, success isn't handed to you, it's earned.
You don't just leave with a degree, you leave as a legend.
You've been asking since literally day one, and now, in 3 days, she gets here. Mississippi Live News, local matters.
Looking for a place to finally call home? At Tupelo Home Center, we make it easy. From finding the perfect home to making financing a breeze, we'll take care of everything. Your new home is closer than you think. Pre-qualify today at tupelohomecenter.com.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Caleb Edelblut.
Well, thanks for sticking here with us for Mississippi Live Weather at 9. Taking a look at our 7-day forecast. I mean, this is the story. Hot and humid conditions throughout the next few days. We're talking about dry and sunny skies as well, which just makes those temperatures even worse. But as we get ready for the back half of the work week and heading into the 4th of July weekend, we are tracking a few rain chances that will become slightly more prominent. But one thing I want to mention, these rain chances not really, we're going to have to make sure that doesn't turn off here. Let's see if I can move that over. I might have to do that on the other side. But those rain changes, they're not going to be quite as prominent throughout the next few days. And if you see any, consider yourself very lucky, because it is just going to be a struggle as we continue to stay dry throughout the next few days ahead. So let me see. That came back on. I might have to go off screen here to fix that here. Let me see if I can get that situated for you guys. Looks like we might be. Okay, it's every time I press it. Let's see here. I don't think I can do it on this screen. Let me go off screen real quick to fix this for you guys, because my clicker won't work, and got to be able to give you guys the broadcast as we get ready for the work week. Let's see if I can move that here, and then see if this will work right now. And then we move over. Okay, I think we fixed it. All right, let's take a look at those current conditions right now. This is out here in Tupelo. 80 degrees feels like 84. We're still talking about that southerly wind allowing us to feel warmer than those temperatures outdoors. That's due to that heat dome that we're talking about, that high pressure system continuing to circulate, funnel in that Gulf moisture. That's pretty much the story heading into the next few days. So let's take a look at Futurecast. We can already see that kind of blowing across North Mississippi. Thankfully, not quite as breezy or as gusty, but honestly, at this point, I think we'd prefer that. Just have some wind to help cool us off. But anyways, as we continue into the overnight period, we're staying dry all night long. The only moisture we can talk about is that cloud cover, which continues to be pretty much non-existent. We're talking about mostly clear, if not completely clear skies pretty much all night long. Beautiful start to our Monday morning by 6 o'clock tomorrow. Now, take a look at those low temperatures. Again, another overnight and just muggy period ahead of us. We're starting off in the mid 70s for our lows, and that's where we're starting the day off for you guys along the Mississippi River. 77, Tunica, Clarksdale, Cleveland, and Greenville, and those temperatures will only go up from there, going to skyrocket into the upper 90s and feel dramatically worse. So let's go back to Futurecast to get ready for our Monday ahead tomorrow. Again, we're starting off with sunny skies and we're staying dry pretty much all day long, but especially as we're starting off in the morning. As we continue throughout the mid-morning hours, getting ready for our lunch break, we continue to stay sunny all day long, enjoying some clear blue skies, but I think most of us will try to enjoy the day inside away from the heat, enjoying our AC. But as we continue throughout the afternoon hours and getting ready for dinner time by 6 o'clock, still, same thing, just a whole lot of sunshine, dry conditions, and just toasty temperatures outside. And I say this because taking a look at our high temperatures, we are back in the upper 90s tomorrow. This is the temperature it'll read outside. How we actually feel, though, completely different story and not in the good way. Again, we all feel like we're in the triple digits, reaching that heat advisory criteria for you guys out there along the Delta. 106 in Tunica and Clarksdale, 105, Cleveland, Greenwood, 103 in Grenada, 104 Bruce. It's just going to be toasty, and unfortunately gets even worse throughout the next few days and just stays consistent. So best way to enjoy these days, especially while we're out of school and in summer, hang out by the pool. It will be a fantastic day to do so as long as you have that sunscreen, that UAV, also going to be on the high side, but low 80s by 8 o'clock already, low 90s by noon, upper 90s by 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So definitely a toasty day, but the pool hopefully cool a few of us off and we can spend our time wisely outside. It will definitely be the day and the week to do so. But coming back to Futurecast, again, dry conditions, that continues to be the name of the game as we get ready for the work week. As we're wrapping up our workday, heading into the overnight period, a whole lot of this. Everything we're experiencing tonight will continue tomorrow night as well. We're waking up with those sunny skies again on your Tuesday. Mostly clear skies continue to be the story before it starts to become a little bit partly cloudy by lunchtime around 12:30 on your Tuesday. And as we continue in the afternoon hours, I'll step aside those rain chances. A lot more prominent further out east across the state line into Alabama, but we could see maybe a few stray showers reach Pickens by 6 o'clock on your Tuesday evening and try to cross the state line into Noxubee County by maybe 7:30, but still very apparent out there towards Pickens. Most of us continue to stay dry, but if this were to validate, we could see just a few showers by our Tuesday evening to help bring some relief to maybe just a county at a time. But again, relief is relief. We would love to keep our fingers crossed for any rain chances. They'll try to sweep into Noxubee County a little bit in the late evening hours, but again, we're returning back to those dry conditions very quickly overnight and heading into your early Wednesday morning hours. So let's take a look at those high temperatures for your Tuesday. Again, we're getting even warmer, upper 90s, a few of us. Here we go in Tupelo, reaching triple digits, and that's just the baseline on those temperatures. We're going to still feel significantly warmer. Take a look at those feels like values getting closer and closer towards that 110 degree value, which is where we would see those extreme heat warnings get issued. And that doesn't apply on whether we reach 110 for 2 or more hours. It's at any point during the day. So if we do end up seeing that, which could be a possibility later on in the week, we could see those extreme heat warnings be issued. Thankfully, not quite the story yet. But I say this because take a look at our heat indices throughout the next 7 days. I mean, it just continues to climb. So if today was pretty brutal, we're going to continue to climb Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and peaking Friday and Saturday for finding maybe some relief on your Sunday, but I think that's getting ahead of myself. So still, this pattern that we're in, it continues throughout the next few days. Technically gets slightly warmer and muggier. We want to make sure to give you a good heads up as we get ready for this work week and the heat wave oncoming and approaching North Mississippi. 7-day forecast, again, showing you guys exactly that. Upper 90s all throughout North Mississippi. Sunny skies Monday, Tuesday, pretty much into your Wednesday. And then Thursday, we could start talking about those rain chances trying to become a little bit more prominent, which is kind of a bad thing at the same time, because then we're trying to get ready for 4th of July, our 4th of July weekend, where we want to spend some time outdoors, but maybe at this point we're going to be rooting for a few showers to help cool us off. But again, these rain chances, not very prominent, only affecting a few of us, very isolated in nature. And like we saw for our Tuesday, you can imagine maybe a 10% there for you guys out there in Pickens or Noxubee County. There's a chance we could see some showers, but again, they're going to have to fight a uphill battle to help bring some of us relief. But of course, we'll make sure to keep you updated on those rain chances, whether or not we see an uptick in the possibility or if these dry conditions continue to stay. We're staying toasty regardless. Best way to stay updated with us is with the Mississippi Live Weather app, which is the QR codes on which these QR codes on the screen will take you to the App Store. That way you can download or share with any family and friends. That way you can join us at the Mississippi Live Weather family. But we appreciate you guys for tuning in. It has been a toasty weekend so far. It's going to be an even toastier work week. So I wanted to make sure to give you guys a good heads up as we get ready for our Monday morning. And speaking of Monday morning, I'll be back at 6:30, 7, and 7:30 to make sure you guys are ready to get up and get going for the work week ahead, and make sure you have everything you need to know as you're walking out the door. Of course, we'll be back in the evenings at 5, 6, 9, and 10 to help celebrate a workday done, getting you ready for your Tuesday and some more toasty days to follow. But until then, enjoy the last few hours of your weekend. Have a fantastic Monday. And we'll see y'all back here live in the Room to Room Weather Center.
Rain, humidity, wind, and storms can take a toll on your home. When they do, trust the team at Absolute Restoration for roofing, water damage, and mold remediation. 662-760-4348.
When C.K. Little opened his doors in downtown Corinth nearly 80 years ago, his plan was simple: deliver excellent service and exceed expectations. That's why we say a little gift goes a long way.